This is Shaun Sport in podcast form.
Oh, the old Navy Blues were up and about last night after a shocking end to the season. Paddy Cripps, a proud West Australian, was the man who's got him over the line in many games this year. And he saluted last night with the Brownlow medal. Paddy, come in. How are you, mate?
Good, thanks, guys. It's been a fun night.
Yeah, fresh as this morning.
Holy Crip, you've done it.
You can hear in my voice I sound very fresh.
Tell us about the celebrations then, Paddy.
No, it was good. I had family over, so we had a good night, and a fair few of the boys rocked up as well. So it was a good celebration, and it's something that it was worth a few beers for, that's for sure.
I mean, bittersweet that the game that got you across the line was that one where you went down to Collingwood by 1 point, which cost you the spot in the finals, and yet you scored the 3 votes, which got you the Brownlow medal. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's definitely something I tried to forget, to be honest. But
sorry for bringing it up.
To be honest, it was actually a great game. It was a massive crowd. As a kid, you dream of playing in front of big crowds, and we actually played really well. But Collingwood, they've done that all year. They found a way to win, and it's credit to them. And although they fell short on the weekend, you got to respect the way they've gone about it.
All right, Paddy, I want to know the etiquette of winning a medal, right? So you got the Brownlow around your neck, and then afterwards, how quick was it until people said, "Can I try it on?" Or is the etiquette, no, it's mine for the night? What happens with the Brownlow?
No, I had a fair bit of family and mates over, so it was pretty quick off my neck. And then, about 3 hours, I didn't know who had it, but it's the main thing.
Have you done the Fifey shirt off just wearing a Brownlow selfie yet?
Oh, yeah, he loves the G-string.
I got asked that just before. I said, my rig's not quite as good as Fifey, so I've left the jumper on.
So how many did you just have the oldies in town? I met your dad at the Bunbury Cup a few years ago because the Northampton crew do a big tour. I normally go to a race meeting in Melbourne, but because of COVID, they ended up at the Bunbury Cup.
That's a bit of a downer.
Would you believe it? But did you have? So how many of them? Did you have How many of them did you have over?
Nah, so my parents were over. My little brother lived with myself and my partner this year, so had them over. Then my partner's sister and her boyfriend came in as well, and obviously a fair few of the Carl boys rocked up. So it was a good crew. We definitely made the most of the night, that's for sure.
Hey, talking about your partner, I mean, it looked absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if is it stressful for her, because we know that the women have to go on the red carpet and there's going to be a who's hot and who's not list with their clothing. And then this year, apparently, it was forbidden to ask who they were wearing. Yeah. So how was it for her, the whole experience? Bit stressful?
Yeah, I reckon the first couple of years she was a bit stressed, but she's sort of done it a few times now. But she's pretty chilled out. She's not too fussy. So she did well. She looked stunning. So to be honest, it's definitely a lot more work for the girls in this.
Exactly.
I had a few beers before and rocked up 10 minutes, chucked the suit on and walked down. But she had about 3 hours to get ready. So, she did well. She did a great job.
Yeah, but it is unfair for the women versus the guys.
So that was the mandate. So no questions were to be asked about what you're wearing or who you're wearing or why are you wearing this. Which also, like for all the fashion designers that dress these ladies for free, they'll be going,
hang on a second.
Hello.
I think the girls get worded up. They're pretty good at putting it out there. Where us guys just say, we got a black suit on.
Exactly.
Ferrari formal wear.
That's the one. Paddy, I need to take responsibility for your victory because yesterday I put $50 on Lockie Neal, and whenever I do that, it's a kiss of death that these guys know. It is definitely the kiss of death.
Sean's famously really bad at calling results of things.
I did it to Marcus Bontempelli last year, so that got you over the line. And the game that actually got you over the line, the fact that you got the votes against Port Adelaide in a losing game that nobody predicted, that was a good one.
To be honest, mate, I actually didn't play the Port Adelaide game. I was injured. So,
another great call from Shaun.
But we'll go with that one.
Was it the Swans go? I can't even remember.
He's a sports journalist.
Mate. Yeah, it was. No, there's definitely a few games where I didn't think I'd pole and I poled, but there's a few games where I thought I might have got a few more and I didn't. So
But Paddy, I'm sorry for you to get the 3 votes on a game you didn't play. That's amazing, isn't it?
That's how I won it, I think.
Shaun, you're right. That is amazing. I'm surprised
People
no one
aren't
else has
paying
brought it
enough
up.
attention to it.
Stop looking at the paper trying to find the answers.
I just made sure before Gil got up, I slipped him a $50.
Well, growing up and doing boarding school, mate, going to Aquinas, and how was that all for your life through that period? Must have been awesome fun.
Yeah, it was great. It's I went there when I was 12, so teacher did grow up pretty quick and, be pretty independent. But yeah, my best mates are still from boarding school days, and it was great. It's it's just you hang out with your best mate 24/7, and you sort of forge bonds that last for a lifetime. So got great memories from those days, and there's a lot of guys that I still chat to quite a bit.
How did the Aquinas footy team go that year?
We actually got runner-up that year.
Yeah, right.
So, we're handy, but it's a round robin comp, the PSA, so you don't actually play for the grand final. So, Hale won at year 12. It's still something that bugs me today, to be honest.
How many Brownlow medalists were in that team, though?
Yeah, not 0, I think.
One now.
Got something on them.
Yep.
Hey, Paddy, what's the rest of your day look like? Because it sounds like you just want to go back to sleep. Huh?
Yeah, I'm ready for bed. I got a presser in about half an hour, and then after that I'm done. So
half an hour? Does that sound like it's hours away right now?
That feels like about 5 hours away.
You feel your pain.
Oh, Paddy, I just wanted to ask you one question, though.
No, he wants to go to sleep.
I know, but...
It's about a game he played in?
You signed a big, longer-term contract a little while ago with Carlton, but was there any lure to come back? Because I know, in the papers over here, you agree that of West Coast Freo, obviously, your support for West Coast back in the day.
We've got room for another Cripps.
Was it strong at any stage?
Oh, I always loved Perth. I'm definitely, me and my partner are both from there, so once footy's done, we'll definitely make our way back there. But, Carlton always was the one that gave me the first crack at it, and my family was a pretty loyal family, so although there was, there's always that temptation, I'm really loyal, and I feel like we're building something pretty special now, so I think I'm in it for the long run. We haven't played much success yet, but we'll make it all worth it once we get there.
All right, Paddy, now shut your eyes for 15 minutes.
Thanks for talking to us.
Good on you, mate.
Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Fantastic.
Cheers.
Shaun Sport in podcast form.
Well, last night it was all about the Brownlow medal. We're going to get to that by speaking to Paddy Cripps himself this morning. That's really great. And Steve Butler will touch on it as well. But as we know, the man from Northampton, once again, has just made that little country town just the beacon of all hope for any country towns, because they just keep producing the goods.
Extraordinary, isn't it? Because it is a tiny town.
Oh, there's Paul Hazelby, Andrew Lockyer, Josh Kennedy, Harry Taylor, and Paddy Cripps, and all the Crippses that are now
Cripps,
playing.
Jamie Cripps,
Is it the area or something in the area that's creating good football players, or now, because it's created so many good football players, are people with any football prowess being drawn to it?
In Northampton.
What's happening?
Daniel Chick was from up there too.
Yeah, Daniel Chick. They all... just going back to Josh Kennedy, which I know about, I know they're all country town sporting communities, right? And it's just been by genetics that really talented sporting people have got together. Josh Kennedy's parents were great basketballers, and he's ended up in Northampton and then played footy, and he's so tall that he's been an absolute success. So I don't know what's dragged people there. A really strong sporting community.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Horrocks Beach is a really nice beach, just where Northampton is bloody beautiful. So
if you're pregnant right now and your kid gives a good kick in the womb,
move up.
Straight up to the tradition
not
is
just
strong.
with his pocket in the Midwest. It's
Imagine if you live in Northampton, but you're really bad at football. You must just be going, I have nothing to offer this town.
Community. So we're going to get to all that kind of stuff, but we've been watching the Live Golf Tournament at the moment, which is the second one Aussie Cam Smith's played in. As we know, he got paid $140 million just to join. Well, the first tournament he played in, he just lipped out. He got second or third, so he's 1 stroke off the lead. This morning, we've just seen it finish. He's won this morning's tournament, which is played in Chicago. He's won by a couple of strokes. $6 million Aussie dollars he takes home. It's $4 million.
Put it on the pile.
Yeah.
$4 million to play and win this tournament. It was only 3 days versus 4 days is the normal.
And they're wearing shorts.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hardly even golf.
It's amazing, though, Shaun, because when I was watching it this morning with you, I asked the question, how much do you think he's making per minute?
Well, Harry's done some calculations, actually, because we know that they only play 54 holes in this tournament. Harry, what's your calculation?
Did you use a calculator?
Get ready to cry. I did use a calculator. I did. So I've estimated 4 hours per round over 3 days, which I personally think is an overestimate for these pros. These guys aren't looking for their balls in the bush like we are.
No, they're not even carrying their bags. Come on.
That's right. And wearing shorts, as you said, Matt.
Yeah.
So we're looking at $500,000 an hour. This is on course time. $8,333 a minute. And $139 a second.
$139. Yeah. Imagine making $139 a second.
And that's not taking into account his signing fee.
No, his body. That's just for him to be there. That's just like boots on the ground.
Just this 3-day tournament.
Just to be there.
And we were saying before, because there's a whole thing going on, this is different to all the other tournaments where there's teams operating within the tournament.
Yes.
So Harry was telling me that I wondered how it works. So there's a draft, so there's a captain of the team, say Cam Smith will be a captain, and then he gets to pick what players he can have in his team versus the other. And I think it's like four teams.
I think
how many
there are
people?
nine. Yeah, 9 or 10 teams.
How many people per team?
Four.
Okay. Yeah.
So will he win more money because his team
so
wins?
his
collectively, between those
team
guys
didn't win
get
this
good
one.
scores. So, we got Cam Smith, he wins a tournament.
Yeah.
Nathan's in the team, he gets third. Nat seventh,
Nathan's a bit
whatever.
of a passenger.
So if you're rubbish, you still get the money for your team winning?
Yeah.
Yes.
And how much money are we talking?
Oh, millions.
Oh, yeah,
And I
over
was
$1
actually
million.
listening to Greg Norman. He reckons this is going to become such a big thing, the team aspect of it, that they'll be playing for $50 million a tournament.
You know what? There is so much
In the
money being
teens.
thrown around, and I do understand the people that are putting this on are a bit shady and have got deep pockets. But what if the money runs out in 2 years?
Yes, exactly.
Because they're just throwing too much. Oh, no, we're broke.
That's kind of what happened with the Super League, wasn't it? They did run out of
but this
gas.
is completely different.
Oh,
mate.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is
This
oil
is
money.
oil money.
This
Yeah,
is
no,
oil
for sure.
money.
Yeah.
But I mean, the earth doesn't.
Yeah.
We got to run out of oil.
Yes.
We are. That's why we're looking at renewables.
It doesn't last forever.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon
I
they've
mean,
got 100
I think
years in
it'll
so, yeah.
outlast us, but it does last forever.
Shaun Sport is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.